What's good, y'all? It's your boy Thunderman. I'm back with another reaction video. Got some more Showdown. Seeing y'all like the videos, you know what I'm saying? We gonna react to Anime Gauntlet Part 6. I know I just reacted to like part 1 or 2. And this just came up in my feed. I know I've been skipping around, but you know what I'm saying? It's a new video, so you know, maybe y'all probably already seen the other ones. So you know, they not in a particular order to where you have to watch them, so I could just watch this one. So yeah, bro, let me know if y'all like the video, like and subscribe, and you know what I'm saying, we'll see it from here.
And today we are doing Anime Gauntlet Part 6. A lot of you guys have been asking me, so let's do it. First up, we got a One Piece gauntlet here, guys, and it's looking ridiculous right now. Already off the bat, we have a Garp and...
I'm not caught up with One Piece. Only at like 103. Yeah, I'm not caught up yet. I'm watching a lot right now, so I don't know how long it's gonna take me to catch up, but yeah, I'll see.
Roger duo running the gauntlet. Now let me just say something real fast. I think this is gonna be very quick and very easy, because right now that gauntlet is not showing anybody that looks like the Rock's team. That's all I'm gonna say. Garp and Roger look like they're younger. It looks like they're ready to go. I see a little bit of black hair on Garp's head, so that says to me that he's not really in his prime, but he's still here to box and he's still ready to go. In round 1, we have Garp and Roger going up against Aokiji and Akainu. There's only one moment in the series that I need to mention to end that first round, and that is if we go back to the Marineford War. I believe that if Garp had the opportunity to reach Akainu and Sengoku did not step in, Akainu would not be here today in this story. That's all I need to say about that. Let's keep moving on. In round 2, we have Whitebeard and Marco as a duo going up against Garp and Roger. Now, they clearly stated that Whitebeard is in his prime in this gauntlet. I'm not sure what that changes. And I'm not saying that Whitebeard is not a beast, because we know that Roger and Whitebeard are pretty much neck and neck. So they are going to really have a tough time trying to beat Prime Whitebeard. I don't know how they're going to do that, but I don't think that Marco is on the level that he needs to be to hang with a duo like this. A duo that went into the God Valley and was fighting against Rocks, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Shiki, Captain John. I mean, everybody and their mother was there fighting against Garp and Roger, and they still found a way to win. So all that says to me is that Marco is not ready yet, because if we look at Marco against Rayleigh stopped him with a finger in his prime. So that's all I really need to say. Round 3, we have Shanks and Mihawk going up against Garp and Roger. Now all I want to say is that they are incredibly powerful swordsmen, some of the greatest of all time, but we have to look at Gold D Roger right there. There is no Shanks if Roger is not Roger. And what do I mean by this? I mean that Shanks does not become the pirate he is. He does not reach the power level that he has reached in the series, and he is not as mysterious and as powerful as he is in the series if it's not for somebody like Roger having him on his ship and him watching Roger as he grows up. Shanks became Shanks because he was on Roger's ship, and if we are willing to acknowledge that fact, all that says to me is that we are moving on to round 4. Prime Rayleigh and Prime Scopper Gaban going up against Garp and Roger. I believe Prime Rayleigh is a beast. I already put that out there. I spoke about how he stopped Marco with a finger. Obviously, he was fighting against a Whitebeard Pirates alongside Roger for multiple days on end. But again, I just believe that Garp and Roger are just on a completely different level. This is not something light that we need to talk about. I mean, Roger took one hit of his sword and sent Odin, who is a powerful samurai from Wano, flying, and it was light for him. He made Odin look like he did not belong, and Odin actually did not belong. And Odin is a beast, because we saw what he was doing against Kaido in his prime. So I'm going on to round 5. And at round 5, we have Big Mom and Kaido against Garp and Roger. And again, the Big Mom and Kaido duo is scary. This is one of the scariest Yonko duos we've ever seen, one of the scariest pirate alliances of all time. But again, they were in a crazier alliance underneath Captain Rocks. That was an even more powerful alliance. Now, someone can argue that they did not reach their prime forms in those olden days, but we have to look, just the amount of star power that was there. I mean, it's just unreal how Garp and Roger found a way to get through that. And I believe that Rayleigh was there as well. Scopper Gaban was there as well. They definitely needed help from, obviously, the Roger Pirates. But I just don't think that Big Mom and Kaido are taking down Garp and Roger. I think they're incredibly powerful. I'll give them all the credit in the world, but I just think that we really need to see what Rox looks like, because us seeing how powerful Rox is would change the entire scope of how much credit we're giving to Garp and Roger. We just need to see how powerful Rox is, but right now I'm giving the edge to Garp and Roger. I think at the end of the day, they are clearing this gauntlet easy. Let's move on. Next up, we have Prime All Might going through the gauntlet, and at round 1, it looks like he's going up against Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen. So we already know how powerful Todo is, right? I don't think I really need to say more except for mentioning the boogie woogie. You know, when he starts clapping, that's it. You already know what type of time he's on, but...
W move. That was a W move. The name, though, that's kind of crazy. Jujutsu Kaisen is a great anime. And that looked like a Prime All Might, so... I don't know.
Is that enough to take down All Might? Now, I know that All Might may struggle with that technique just a little bit, because if Todo is able to switch positions with any object or him while he's battling, that's going to be a tough time for All Might. But I believe that Prime All Might has the power, the finesse, the agility to get by a Todo. Not saying Todo is not a beast, because obviously I don't believe that Itadori even starts landing Black Flashes like that if it's not for the likes of Todo.
True.
But Todo cannot hang with Prime All Might right now. Maybe old All Might, because we saw that career-ending injury, and I think that's something that Todo can pull off. But Prime All Might, I don't think Todo's winning. At round 2, we have Garo from One Punch Man. Now this is a tough one, because Garo was fighting against multiple Class B, Class A heroes and was holding his own. Made it look light, and we know that he trained underneath the Silver Fang, who is a Class S hero in Bang. Now I do believe Garo would be able to give older All Might a run for his money, because obviously he has the injury, he can't hold form for as long and things like that. But if we're talking about prime young All Might going crazy, I just don't think Garo has the durability to hang with All Might in his prime.
Who is that dude in number 4? I don't know who that is. Well, I mean, he probably gonna say that name, but I don't know who that is. But Garo, yeah, that's tricky. I heard he get like the monster stuff in the manga or something. But yeah, like Garo is nice. One Punch Man is a good show. Y'all should watch that. But most of y'all probably have anyway.
I think that All Might's one for all mastery is top tier. The strength of his punches are so strong that it can pretty much change the weather. We've seen tornadoes form from All Might's punches. It's ridiculous what he's able to pull off. I don't think Garo has enough durability and agility to get by that. So at round 3, we are looking at Jonathan Joestar. Now this matchup is really strange, because we're talking about Hamon versus Quirks. I'm not really sure what way we're gonna go about this, but let me...
I haven't watched JoJo's. I haven't watched it yet. That's one of them that I will watch, but I haven't watched it yet.
Say this. At round 3, this is where I believe Prime All Might would end. And it's not because Prime All Might is not more powerful than Jonathan Joestar, because obviously he really is. The output of his power is nothing to laugh at. But we have to analyze Hamon. Hamon is an ability that can really change the scope of any type of anime battle, especially if we are taking somebody from the JoJo verse and putting them into the My Hero verse. And without this knowledge, I believe that All Might would struggle. The Hamon being produced from Jonathan Joestar and being put into All Might's body would cause chaos. He wouldn't be able to find a way to really stop that. Hamon, you can control your breathing, you can heal. These are things that All Might is not prepared for. And again, even though All Might is more powerful, with Hamon, I believe that Jonathan Joestar might have a little bit more control of the fight. And that's the only edge I'm giving.
Part 1.
Currently, I have him losing to Jonathan Joestar around 3. The Hamon is just ridiculous. This gauntlet is crazy. We have a duo gauntlet. Gon and Killua from Hunter x Hunter are going crazy in round 1.
No, that is crazy. Oof. This is crazy. Man, this is crazy. These duos is crazy. I haven't watched Fairy Tail, so I don't know who number 5 is. I know one of them is not 2. I don't know who the other dude is. Shinra Arthur, they're not beating them. And personally, I think they're not beating them. So even if they get to 4, that's where they end. Because they're not beating Shinra and Arthur.
They are going crazy in round 1 because Tanjiro and Inosuke are getting bodied real quick, real light, real easy. I don't believe that Gon and Killua need to even go into their top tier forms to really deal with Tanjiro and Inosuke. And that's not because Tanjiro and Inosuke are scrubs. That is strictly because Gon and Killua as a duo are ridiculous. They're one of the best anime duos we have ever seen. And I don't think that Tanjiro and Inosuke have produced teamwork on that level. We've literally seen Killua and Gon in a fight against Nobunaga, and they were able to really escape. They were able to make plans without even really talking. They just knew, just by glancing and just looking at each other. They knew what type of time they were on. They knew what the plan was, and they made their way out. They have abilities with their Nen that you can even talk about, which can help them defend themselves. They can sense where Inosuke is going to be. They can sense where Tanjiro is going to be. They're too quick-minded. They're too fast. They're too strong. Round 1 is a clean sweep. We're going on to round 2, and this is Bakugo and Deku going up against Gon and Killua. Now, I do believe that they're going to have to amp it up a little bit now. I believe that Killua may have to step into that Godspeed. Gon does not need to get into adult Gon for the likes of Deku if Deku does not go into 100%. But if Deku goes into 100%, I believe that Gon is going to have to step right into that adult Gon form immediately. But again, this form would require Deku to need Eri. If Eri is not there, Deku is going to end up hurting himself, and that's going to be pretty much game, set, match if he misses his attack on adult Gon. Now, I do believe that if Killua gets the drop off on them, if Killua is able to land that Godspeed Killua attack where you know they get paralyzed and things like that, it's over. If Killua is able to set that radius up and make sure that anything that gets into that radius, he incinerates in 2 seconds. This is something I believe that Bakugo and Deku really have no answer for. They cannot stop that. They cannot stop Godspeed Killua. So we are going on to round 3, and this is Edward Elric and Al Elric. What are they doing? Now, if we break down martial arts, Al is clearly the winner. Al is a stronger fighter. He's a better martial artist, no question. But if we talk about alchemy, transmutation circles, things like that, Ed can put in a lot of work. Now, I do believe that Ed and Al would be able to hold their own against Gon and Killua if it came to just straight martial arts, hand-to-hand combat.
Fullmetal Alchemist is a good anime. Brotherhood is definitely where it's at. The first one, you know, the ending is, you know what I'm saying? But Brotherhood is top tier. It's top tier.
But I think they would lose here, and the reason why I think they would lose here is because I don't think they can beat Gon and Killua without a Philosopher's Stone. They need that extra boost of power to go crazy against the likes of Gon and Killua, because Gon and Killua are not regular. We know this already. We know how crazy they are when they can paralyze. We know how intense Gon's Jajanken is. It almost took down Moro in literally the beginning of the Chimera Ant arc. We saw that happen live. So all I'm going to say is we're moving on to the next round. Round 4 looks crazy, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We got Shinra and Arthur from Fire Force going up against Gon and Killua. Gon and Killua stop here. And it's not an easy answer for me.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I said that.
But we have to understand something. If you ask me who the better duo is, it's clearly Gon and Killua.
Yeah.
But if you talk about Arthur and Shinra as a duo, they are still very incredible. But I'm not even going to analyze that, because even though I think that Gon and Killua are a better duo, we have to understand why I'm taking Shinra and Arthur over them. And the reason why I am is because the hysterical strength of a fire scene. That power is crazy. The power that Benimaru was pretty much trying to teach Shinra to hone into that grace energy, that next tier, is ridiculous. And we know that once Shinra taps into the power of the evangelist, the speed is so ridiculous that time is now rewinding. What are Gon and Killua going to do with that? They cannot keep up with the speed of Shinra, but I know somebody that can keep up with the speed of Shinra, and that is Arthur.
Oh, yeah,
and that is Arthur with the
yeah,
plasma sword. Now we already know that the plasma sword is going to be a big issue for Killua, because we know that Killua's Nen nature is lightning, it's electricity, and that is going to be disrupted by Arthur's plasma. This is an easy win for the Fire Force duo. I'm sorry, we're moving on to the next gauntlet. 10 Tails Madara is running the gauntlet. This one is crazy. Round 1, we have Trafalgar D Water Law. Of course we do. Why wouldn't somebody put Law here? Why would somebody not make it easier for me to really go through this? Law's Devil Fruit has made him one of the most talked about characters in the One Piece world. But I can't really give him the win here because I think that Madara has something in this form that Law would struggle with.
Limbo clones.
If Madara is caught in Law's room, Law can obviously use shambles, he can switch him around, he can use tact, he can levitate him. He has all these types of abilities at his disposal. But there's one thing that Law cannot sense even with observation haki, and that is going to be Madara's limbo clones. Him fighting Law from another dimension is something that Law does not have an answer for. I don't think that Law has the type of power or the haki output needed to deal with Madara in 10 Tails mode. I just don't think he's there. So we're moving on to round 2, and this is Gojo. And
this is crazy. This round 2 is crazy, bruh. Man, I don't know.
Gojo going up against 10 Tails Madara, it honestly is luck of the draw, I believe. I think it's who attacks who first.
Yeah.
Whoever gets their attack off quickest would win. Because I believe that if Gojo is able to catch 10 Tails Madara in his domain expansion, it does not matter what type of limbo clones, it does not matter what's going on. The amount of information, the amount of stuff that's going to be happening to Madara within that infinite void would just take him out of commission completely. But if Madara is able to hit Gojo with the True Seeker Orb, or if he's able to seal him or get him underneath a Genjutsu, these are things that Gojo would definitely struggle with as well. So it's definitely who attacks who first in this type of instance. Now, this comes to a question of who I believe is quicker. Because if we're going off of who attacks or who first, I have to give the edge to somebody who is quicker. Let's say this. Gojo has the power of infinity. So we know that physical attacks will get as close to Gojo as possible without actually damaging him. This is something that Madara would actually have to figure out how to deal with this type of technique. Because Gojo can pretty much go crazy on the taijutsu side of things because Madara can't really touch him, and if his True Seeker orbs are getting stopped by infinity, what is Madara gonna do? Madara has to figure something out. So I believe Madara would have to go through the Genjutsu route, and this is where I believe Gojo will lock in that domain expansion. He will put Madara into that infinite void, and then it's GG. So I do believe that Gojo may have the slight edge over Madara in this instance, and it's only coming down to the fact that infinity makes it tough for Madara to really fight Gojo close range. He's gonna have to figure out a way to fight him from afar, and this is where I believe that Gojo would make it easier, because with that limitless void, I'm telling you, the spacing wouldn't even matter. This is
I respect it.
where Gojo lives. Gojo can fight anybody from any distance because he has the domain expansion of infinity. I don't know how Madara is dealing with that unless he unlocks something like an infinite Tsukiyomi and Gojo gets caught with that. But again, that takes a lot of time to set up. I don't know how Madara is dealing with that. Limbo clones, again, I'm not sure how he's going to get that off because his cursed energy is also going to help him shift that as well. And we know with domain expansion, you are actually establishing your own dimension. It's your own domain. So I don't know if the limbo clone is even going to be able to work within his domain expansion. We have no idea. Right now, I can't give you a direct answer, but based off of the things I just stated, I do believe that Gojo is going to be winning in round 2. But again, you guys let me know down in the comment section below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Which gauntlets do you agree with, disagree with? Again, you guys have sent me so many gauntlets, so I'm trying to get through them all. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed the series. And with that, I'll see you next time. Peace.
All right, y'all, that was the end of the video, man. Let me know if y'all want some more of them reactions or just anything. Just let me know what y'all want in the comments down below. And yeah, it's Thunder Bro. I'm out. Peace.